Hi everyone, welcome to Season 2, Episode 12 of my podcast, Book and Story World with author Priya Gurwal. Today I thought I would review the most recent video games I have played along with the most recent TV shows I have been watching. To begin with, one of the more recent games I have played is called Killer Frequency. In the game, a radio host who has recently joined the local town radio station has to take over from the police and handle all of their calls for the night, along with the assistance of a female co-worker. Terrifyingly, a serial killer is killing in town, and the male radio host has to try and help the callers escape and survive the serial killer. The game is unique and is a thrilling experience. As the player, your actions and puzzle solving will either lead to the death or rescue of the caller. I would say Killer Frequency is a must-play for game players. Another extremely enjoyable game I played is the prequel game to Infamous Second Son, mentioned in a previous review. The game is by Sucker Punch Productions and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. This time, as the player, we take control of a character from Infamous Second Son called Abigail Fetch Walker. This time, as the player plays, we follow the story of how Abigail has been captured by the DUP, as she is a person known as a conduit who harbours magical powers. The main quest of the game is for Abigail to find her brother, who has been abducted by a gang of Russian mobsters called the Akurans. Abigail, known as Fetch, uses her powers to evade the DUP and rescue her brother. I had a lot of fun playing Infamous First Light. Both games in the series are extremely fun and enjoyable games. Another interesting game I have played recently is called Erica, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The first element of the game I was riveted by was the real-life graphics used. The graphics were the same as watching a soap opera or non-animated film on TV. The game is a psychological thriller where the player makes decisions as the character Erica. The character Erica has a traumatic past as she witnessed the murder of her dad. Erica is also confused by occult secrets of her family tied to her dad's murder. As a young woman, years after the murder, Erica receives a severed hand in the mail containing the same symbol from her dad's murder scene. She contacts the police and her journey takes her to Delphi House, an institution for young women, which her parents used to be associated with. Erica begins to investigate Delphi House to uncover the dark secrets of her family's occult past and to find the killer of her dad. The game isn't very long, but is an unforgettable game experience. Recently, I had a great time playing Like a Dragon Ishin. Previously, I mentioned what an excellent time I had playing Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Like a Dragon Ishin, another game in the series which I loved playing, may be even better than Like a Dragon Gaiden. The game is not set in the present, it is set in 1860s Japan. The main character is called Sakamoto Ryoma, and when Ryoma's mentor is murdered, Ryoma seeks vengeance on the killer, and also has to clear his name as he was seen at the scene of the crime. I had a great time playing, like the first time, as the character Ryoma stays at a hotel. Again, I enjoyed building up Ryoma's reputation in town by doing good deeds. I also had a great time playing and following the story of Ryoma joining an organization called the Shinsengumi to find the killer of his mentor. Ryoma uses the name Sato Hajime to hide his true identity and purpose. Like a Dragon Ishin is an action-packed, awesome, extremely fun must-play of a game. I would love to play more games in the series. Last of all, the game I am currently playing is called Police Simulator Patrol Officers. I'm having a great time with the new game experience for myself of playing in the role of police patrol officer. The player starts off with walking for patrol and issuing parking tickets. As the player's experience builds up, bigger police tasks are assigned and available for the patrol officer to attend to. Car patrols and night patrols also become available. So far, I'm having a lot of fun dealing with minor and major accidents, making arrests, tackling thieves to the ground, and testing drivers for alcohol and narcotics during an accident or at random traffic stops and such. Police Simulator Patrol Officers is great fun to play, and of course, like often, I am currently enjoying playing a married couple in Sims 4, celebrating the seasons and different festivals together. That was a review of all the most recent video games I have enjoyed playing on PS4. Now, on to TV shows. A TV show I absolutely loved, which is on Netflix, is called Ginny and Georgia. The show is about a woman called Georgia with 2 children who move to a new town. She has a daughter called Ginny and a son called Austin, who is of primary school or elementary school age. It emerges that Georgia has a dark past, as it seems she may have killed a husband or two in the past. I thought the show would remain serious, but instead we watch storylines about a range of things, such as how Ginny and Austin both settle into their new schools. I ended up adoring the show. I enjoyed Ginny finding her place in a new high school, settling into a new group of friends and experiencing her first romantic experiences with boyfriends at the school. The show remains quirky, dark and humorous as we delve further into Georgia's past and more drama follows her. I love Georgia's sassy character and watching her relationship with her children. I also enjoyed Ginny going from a troubled, sometimes angry teenager to a witty, humorous girl. I have watched all 3 seasons of Ginny and Georgia on Netflix and have to say it is a 10 out of 10 fantastic show. I can't wait for more. Another interesting show on Netflix is The Sandman, containing 2 seasons. In season 1, we find Dream, a godlike figure, also called Morpheus, imprisoned by a human. He has been imprisoned for over a century. Dream escapes his prison to find the dream world in chaos. His kingdom has been destroyed. His quest in the season is to reunite with his stolen tools of power from locations such as Earth, known as the waking world, and Hell, in order to reclaim his kingdom. He also has to deal with escaped nightmares, one of which has turned into a serial killer. In season 2, the show begins with a family meeting and Dream agreeing to search for his brother Destruction with his sister Delirium. His search leads to his son Orpheus, which later causes him trouble with 3 female entities known as the Fates, or the Kindly Ones. Another feature of the season is Lucifer's abandonment of Hell and the conquest to become the new ruler of Hell by receiving Hell's key by various deities. The decision of who Hell's new ruler will be is left to Dream. Sadly, there are only 2 seasons of The Sandman, which is fascinating due to the concept of magical godlike figures in different roles of power. I thoroughly enjoyed the mysticism of the show. Another show I adored recently on Amazon Prime, which was introduced to me by my younger sister, is called The Summer I Turned Pretty. The Summer I Turned Pretty is about a girl who goes to visit and stay with her mum's close friend, along with her mum every summer, at a place called Cousins. The teenage girl is known as Belly and becomes trapped in a love triangle with Susanna, her mum's friend's 2 sons, Conrad and Jeremiah. The Summer I Turned Pretty is a wonderful coming-of-age show. Each season is about Belly's struggle to decide who she loves more, Conrad or Jeremiah. She becomes involved in a physical relationship with both brothers at different points of the show. I jested to my sister when watching that the character Belly had probably watched The Vampire Diaries and due to vanity decided to jump between 2 brothers as it became her new ambition in life, like in The Vampire Diaries. I also wondered if Conrad and Jeremiah were jealous of Belly and perhaps her popularity somewhere, so decided to play a game with her to paint her as a bad person for leading on 2 brothers as opposed to believing in the love triangle story. This is what the 2 brothers would spread about Belly. Whatever the theory, The Summer I Turned Pretty is a fantastic show which sparks a number of debates after each episode when watching with a companion, and therefore is a wonderful, entertaining watch. A phenomenal world-class show I watched this year is called Squid Game. Squid Game is a South Korean series where 456 people suffering from debt in Korea are tricked into joining a game contest where there is a large cash prize. The contestants thought they would be competing in children's games. However, during the first game, the losers of each round of the game begin to get shot dead. It was a moment of pure shock the first time I watched it happen unexpectedly. Each season of the show remains tense, nail-biting and shocking. My mouth dropped open in shock several times during the show. Squid Game is a world-class show which definitely enters the league of best TV shows ever. A few years ago in 2022, I enjoyed season 1 of a show called Wednesday. Wednesday is about the famed character Wednesday Addams from the famous TV show and films The Addams Family attending a school for supernatural outcasts called Nevermore. As Wednesday settles into the school and taps into her psychic abilities, her quest becomes to uncover the true identity of a monster called Hyde, who is killing citizens in a nearby town. After a great first season, Season 2 was finally released this year in 2025. Wednesday is played by actress Jenna Ortega from the Scream sequel movies. Season 2 begins with Wednesday returning to Nevermore as a kind of celebrity due to her antics from Season 1. However, she seems to have picked up a strange stalker due to the fame. Wednesday's brother Pugsley brings the zombie back to life, and Wednesday's journey takes her back to the Hyde monster from Season 1. Wednesday is a highly enjoyable show, and I hope that there are more seasons to come. An excellent animation on Netflix is Wolf King, containing 2 seasons. In Season 1, a teenage boy called Drew Ferrin witnesses the murder of his mum by a demonic-type monster called a were-rat. Drew finds out his life isn't what it seems as he discovers he has the ability to transform into a wolf. Drew has to flee the scene of murder as the man he thought was his dad and brother blame him for the killing of his mum, and he is chased out of town. As Drew flees, he comes to discover he is the last werewolf heir to a kingdom which was taken over by lion lords instead, and much of the population wish for a wolf lord to return to power. After an excellent Season 1, Season 2 begins with Drew's ally and friend from Season 1, Gretchen, being kidnapped by Prince Lucas from Season 1, the son of the tyrant Lion Lord. Drew sets out to rescue Gretchen, facing many threats and villains on the path to rescuing her. Sadly, I have just discovered that Wolf King has been cancelled after 2 seasons, which is disappointing. However, the 2 seasons are definitely worth a watch as I immensely enjoyed the animation. A new show I have recently begun to watch is Motorheads on Amazon Prime, which features Ryan Phillippe, who is famous for the film Cruel Intentions. Ryan Phillippe's character's niece and nephew called Caitlin and Zach move in with him along with their mum. The 2 enter the world of car racing whilst attending a new school. A mystery remains about the children's dad and his legacy in the town. Zach pledges himself to race his rival in the show, whose girlfriend he also expresses interest in. Caitlin becomes involved in a will-they-won't-they situation with the character Curtis, who also becomes involved with another girl in the show called Brooke. I have really begun enjoying the show a few episodes in, and I am looking forward to seeing how the season finishes. Finally, a high school teenage light-hearted show I have just begun watching is Degrassi Next Class on Netflix. I'm only a few episodes in, and so far I have enjoyed the student body president election, dad issues that have arisen, and the ambition of a musical band to sing at a club. I'm thoroughly enjoying the show at the moment and look forward to watching the rest of the episodes. That's all for Season 2, Episode 12. I hope everyone has a fabulous week. Thank you to anyone who listens to this episode and my podcast. This is the final episode of Season 2, and I'll be back with Season 3, Episode 1 next Wednesday. Bye everyone. Have a fabulous week. Take care.